It was good. So today we had CPI. Wasn't looking to trade. Instead, I didn't wake up for that because I was working last night. I didn't make the choice to wake up. Lower probability, in my opinion. So today we're just gonna backtest the CPI and see what would have happened. I did see the chart briefly, but I did not see look into it that well. So I just backtested, replayed back to this point right before market open, and we're gonna see what would have happened basically. So I just marked out some draws here. We got highs, session highs, hourly highs that I marked out basically. And then these lows still haven't been hit, the Asian lows. And then we did take out these New York and London lows off of not CPI, but a couple minutes after. So we swept that. And then on NASDAQ, are actually a little more bullish, swept highs instead of the lows. So we got a little bit of an SMT going on so far. Looking like ES is the more bearish pair. Yeah, so basically getting some manipulation now. Couple minutes in. So 45, we're at 8:45. I usually don't take a trade until 8:45 no matter what. So I'm looking to short ES as of right now, because we have sweeps to the upside on NASDAQ. I don't know if we're going to sweep these Asian highs. But we have sweeps to the upside on NASDAQ. ES didn't sweep anything yet to the upside, except for the news, or the news, the CPI wick. So it's interesting. I would say I would probably go short right here. I feel like these Asian highs would get swept, but ES is the more bearish pair, and it broke structure to the downside with this inverse. And then we got the 5-minute retrace in equilibrium just by looking at it. And then as you can see, that inverse for value gap was made because it broke through that, kind of tapped back into it. But we are on a 1-minute uptrend, so that's the only thing. So just waiting for a 1-minute confirmation at the downside, either an inverse or a break. See what we get here. Okay, now we're getting moves up. Well, all right. So that is why we look to the 1 minute for confirmation there. Luckily, we didn't enter. Would have been stopped out. But that's why we follow the strategy and we wait for that. So yeah, we did. Okay, we swept out Asian highs. Oh my gosh. Let's see here. Still looking to short. Still an SMT Asian highs compared to London highs on ES. So we're really seeing that ES is wanting to go lower more than NASDAQ is. And then we're still in a bearish structure. We did wick up, made a higher high with the wick, but it didn't close above. So I'm considering that as still a downtrend because we inverse these gaps, didn't inverse any gaps to the upside. We did break on NASDAQ though. So, and we didn't inverse here. But I do really think ES is gonna be going lower. So basically, we got that movement down, very small retrace here, into equilibrium. I think that might be enough to go short. I would like some bearish structure here, but at the same time, I think that'd be good enough to go short. So we're just looking. So we're already in a 1 minute break. Got this for value gap, or not for value gap. We got equilibrium here. If we can play off of this on the 1 minute, just some extra confirmation. Get a down candle out of it. All right, and it inversed. So that's looking good for me to go short. Second 1 minute high. And then take profit. I'm aiming for, I want to say New York lows, Asian lows, somewhere in that area. I mean, they're pretty close together, so I'd probably just go for the further one. I'm sure they'll both get swept. It's a 2.707 RR. And I'm pretty sure, just by looking at the charts earlier, I wasn't looking very much into them, but I just seen them. I'm pretty sure it chops for a good amount of time just because of CPI and whatnot. But let's see if this plays out here. No. Okay. Thanks, bar replay. Jeez. Bar replay is not working the best. Alright, so some movement down. Did break structure again to the downside here. One reason, like, usually I would technically wait for a break after the sweep, even though we're in a bearish downtrend for the most part. It's just more confirmation in my opinion. You can obviously see the SMT, how ES has wanted to go lower. NASDAQ has been sweeping more highs. It hasn't even broke to the downside yet. And I mean, it has finally, but you can really just see that sometimes based off of that ES is going to want to go a little bit faster, and that's basically the case. So it went one big candle down, and if I would have entered, I mean, entry would have been way worse if we entered here with a stop somewhere around here. It wouldn't have been as much of a good trade. Gosh, this glitch out. You press next candle and then it messes up. Goes back into the chart somehow. So just letting this play out here. Yeah, so some chop. All right, we did hit take profit. A little bit of chop. Trade took a little over an hour and a half, roughly. Went into drawdown. So yeah, if we would have waited for this break, I'm pretty sure we would have been stopped out because my stop would have been around here. So that is why we didn't do that. Luckily. I mean, I would have definitely liked to break. Maybe would have entered like halfway in here after I seen it was like past. So if we did, this is just like an option, but I mean, I'm glad I entered where I did because I checked off all the boxes on the rules technically. I do like that break or that inverse after the sweep, but it's not always something that has to happen. So yeah, even with this, like, that would be a bad risk reward. Wouldn't have done that. At that point, it'd just be no trade or wait for this to come back. Even with this though, if we didn't enter here, and we waited for this, I mean, I probably wouldn't have taken this just because it's not a clean retrace. It's a 5 minute retrace, but it goes past the high, and it's kind of sloppy. So I probably would have skipped out trading if I didn't enter where I did, basically. So, and then yeah, same thing with NASDAQ. It's a more bearish pair. It hasn't swept any lows yet. I'm sure it'll sweep some of these. Yep. So we swept New York and London lows finally. I don't know if it goes lower or not, but yeah. So that's basically some live back testing. Not the best price action, mostly because CPI. That's why I stayed out. I haven't done a ton of back testing on CPI to see how much my stats change based off of that news. we did, and we kind of moved a lower amount, 1,100 ticks on New York today, 1,300 the day before, and then we had like 3,000 that previous day. Yeah, it was a crazy day. So, I mean, not a lot of movement. It was a lot of kind of sideways, as you can see. We did get manipulation on both sides, so that was good to see. It just wasn't as clean. The retrace wasn't as clean. It was like, obviously, just this one candle, and then we had this move up after sweeping basically nothing, maybe a 15-minute low, if that. So it was just kind of not the best day. So that's part of why I didn't want to trade CPI. But I mean, that's pretty much it for today. Just doing some psychology and basically some thought processing and stuff like that. We are, with the last two losses, they were two bigger losses because we upped risk and then lost twice in a row. I mean, 2 losses in a row is obviously not that bad, but we're still in a little bit of drawdown because I missed a couple trades, couple winning trades from days that I didn't wake up for work, like I said earlier. So we are pretty far into drawdown as of now on the funded accounts, on the one funded account plus 3 evals. So with that, I'm most likely going to be lowering risk on those accounts until we can get closer to break even or even into profit. Most likely half or 0.25% of my typical risk, which is the 300 now currently. So we'll be somewhere in the 100 to 150 range most likely. Also, because I'm also trying to make money, not just trying to scale back very slowly. Might add another funded account, maybe an instant funded from a different prop firm, maybe like Alpha or Apex Futures, something like that, and just want to get making some money here. The system is very profitable. I'm not breaking rules. The only issue and the reason why is because of missing the good sides of the trades, a couple of them. I think there was 3, maybe 4 trades that I missed. One of them was one that I recorded, but there's a couple others before that or something like that. I can't really remember, but there was at least 3 to 4 trades of winning trades that I missed because I couldn't wake up because I was working, and then I still hit the losses on the accounts. So I kind of switched up my sleep schedule because of that. Now after work, I just stay awake until market open. Not the best because I'm awake for sure like 20 hours a day. And then sleeping like 4 to 5. But I mean, we got to do what we got to do to make money. We got to get out of this rhythm of working a job. I know I'm destined for more, so we're gonna keep grinding for that, and we're gonna do what we have to, even if it means low sleep for a couple months. I mean, I'm switching my work schedule, so we will only be needing to do that twice a week, so it isn't too bad. I mean, it's maintainable. I feel like. My work, at least my job, is not very stressful. It's pretty mentally light. So I think we can make do, and we're going to keep going at this. We're going to keep pushing hard. And we're not going to stop until we make it. So that's really it. That's my thoughts today. I'm going to post some more short videos. My goal is to post 8 a day right now, which is a good amount. But, I mean, if TJR can post 40 back when he was starting, and I think he's probably posting at least 10 right now, even with his 24 live stream going. I'm sure he's having people clip for him and stuff like that, but he put in the work, man, and that's how he, like, the boot camp. I was just rewatching the boot camp, and he was talking about how he's happy he has 50,000 subs, and that's crazy because that was like 2.5 years ago, and he's at 1.5 mil on YouTube now. It's just insane to see. Like, that's what happens when you put in that work. So my goal is to be just like that and keep putting even hopefully as much work as he did. So yeah, so that's it for today, boys. We will post a trade. We're gonna trade tomorrow. That's the plan. So we will post a video tomorrow. What happens with that, or even my thoughts, even if I didn't trade, something like that. And then Friday we will have another YouTube video out. So have a good day. We'll talk to you guys later. Peace.